it sucked so bad because like I had zero control over it. Like I couldn't do one thing to change it. You know what I mean? Like I had zero power and I literally just had to wait there. Like sit there and wait. And I was like, people are supposed to be going in at 6. Doors open at 6. It is about to be 6 in like 10 minutes. What the fuck am I gonna do? Like literally, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I am fucked. I have all these people, all these like vendors and companies, and all this like stuff that is supposed to happen for my party. It's supposed to start in like 10 minutes, and I don't have a place to have my party at. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl QueenCyn. I don't know why I always do these pointing hand motions. I'm obviously the only person in this room, so I mean, who else could be QueenCyn? But welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing something that I've never done on my channel before, and I'm surprised I haven't, but I'm going to be doing a little story time. Yes, a little smoke with me story time. I low-key want to place an order for some food because I'm hungry, so maybe midways it'll turn into a mukbang story time, but we will see. In today's video, we are actually going to be talking about what really went down at my Halloween party. So yeah, before we get started, I'm gonna go ahead and take this bong rib because I fucking need it and you guys will too. I also have a King Palm to spark up and smoke with you guys just along the way. But in the meantime, grab your bongs, grab your bowls, grab your pieces, grab your vapes, your dabs, whatever the fuck it is you are smoking on, and take a hit with me. Cheers, guys. So, for those that don't know, I threw a Halloween party October 24th, so like last Thursday, and it was fucking crazy, to say the least. I feel like a lot of people don't know what happened, but bitch, let me fucking tell you, it was craziness. Alright, I don't even know where to start. Basically, long story short, your girl got fucked over. Yep. I got fucked over, the venue fucked me over, so that's what happened. The venue for my event fucked me over, and that led to a bunch of little fucking issues along the way. It was honestly, that was one of the most stressful nights I've had in a long time. Like literally I was on the verge of tears and I don't know how I didn't cry. I cried the next day, obviously, but during, I'm like, I don't know how I literally just lost my shit and had like just a breakdown and cried. So starting from the beginning, I had plans of having a Halloween party for a while now, but every time it comes down to throwing events and doing meetups and all this stuff in our community, the hardest part is finding a venue. Because we need to find a venue that is 420 friendly, and that is kind of hard. There's only a few places where like the sessions go down, and there's a couple venues that like allow it, but they're really strict. So finding a venue in LA is super fucking hard. I mean, finding a venue in general, I feel like you can find a venue, but bitch, a venue that lets you smoke, that's hard. So I had the idea of having a meetup, and I was like, yo, how about Halloween? It is the perfect time. We could make it a whole Halloween party. Everybody could dress up. We could have costumes. Like it could be really, really dope. And it just sounded like it would make it different. And I was so excited. So the next thing on the menu was finding a location. We had to find a location ASAP because I think we started planning this a little bit, like a week before like October. So like time was a ticking. We needed to like know if we were gonna have a venue for this event and start promoting it and start inviting you guys, start locking in sponsors and vendors and all this stuff, right? Because it takes time to plan a party. So as I'm looking for venues, like I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, whose spots, like what places are there popping? And I remember when I lived in LA, there was a place called The Spot on Main, and it was in downtown LA, and it was pretty cool. It was like a room, it was like a lounge, you know, like decent size. And I thought of them. The only thing I didn't like was the size, because I thought it was way too small, and I was like, you know, it's not gonna fit ideally the amount of people that we wanna have. But I actually had a trip to LA, so I decided to stop by and just get a quote anyways and talk to them, and then just to see what's up. That was gonna be like my plan C. I was really hoping I had other like locations lined up, and if I didn't find anything, you know, we were like, okay, we have this kind of like backup. So we went, we checked it out. I was like, like it looks cool, but again, it's kind of too big. And then randomly, I remember I asked, I was like, do you guys have a rooftop? And they were like, yeah. So let me actually rewind. The Spot on Main, I was actually in contact with a guy named Chris, and he's the owner of LA Gourmet, an edible company. He is, I guess, working for them now or helping them out or something. So he was actually like my main source of communication. He was there, he greeted me, it was dope. And then I remember I randomly asked him, I was like, oh, like, do you guys have a rooftop? Because I want to say I saw somebody on the rooftop once, but it was like those LA rooftops with literally like the AC, like just rooftop, okay? Like it's not a chill spot, it's a fucking rooftop. So I thought they had that, but I thought it was like, you know, off limits. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna ask, but I don't think people are allowed there. And then he actually told me, yeah, that they did have a rooftop, and he took me up to go see it, and yo, I was fucking shook. And I'm gonna insert the video right here of when I first saw the venue. Like I literally was recording as I was looking, and I was like, oh wow, like I was so shook.
Oh wow, this is cool.
It's even better at night too. So. Yeah, it's really cool at night.
I kind of dig this. So it's all of this?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, okay. It makes it a lot better. I like this. I didn't know you guys. When I said rooftop, I literally thought it was just like rooftop.
We're gonna take you up by the water tank.
I thought that's what it was.
There's that too. There's that too.
That's why I was like, I don't know if they allow.
Yeah, so
this is so pretty.
Also,
I love the chill section.
fire pits all work too, so we'll light those up that night. All the lighting is already on.
Okay, I like this. We could do some barbecue.
You guys, when I saw the rooftop, I was in love. I was like, no more searching. I found the venue. This is fucking it. It was beautiful. It was obviously not like just a regular rooftop. It had like chairs, like, you know, it was meant to be like a chill rooftop. Sec, water break. So I was like in love. I was like, yo, this is so sick. I was hyped as fuck. I sent the team the video, they loved it, and then I was like, all right. Went back to the lounge and I was like, okay, is that date available? Can you let me know? I even told them, like, if that date is not available, let me know what day that you guys have available. I'm willing to move the party, because nothing was like set in stone. Like, we were still, everything was up in the air. I was like, I'm willing to move the party any day where the rooftop is available. And Chris from LA Gourmet, he was like, yep, he's like, I already let them know. They're gonna give you the quotes. They're gonna go upstairs and ask like how much it is. We'll let you know like by the end of the day. Cool. I went home. I was hyped as fuck. Honestly, I think by the time I was home or later on that night, Chris texted me with the like how much it was gonna be. He was like, hey, so it's this much. I had asked for the quote for the rooftop and the lounge as well, because I had an idea of making the lounge like the VIP room, so like all VIPs could go chill there, and like influencers, and you know, more like kind of just like, let me take a breather and just chill here for a sec. I don't know. So I wanted both like rooftop and the lounge. So he came back, he quoted me. I was like, boom, perfect, and let's do it. I literally texted back. We locked it in. I texted him. I was like, hey, when can I go? Can I go this Sunday to leave a deposit? I went during the week to go check it out, and I believe that weekend we went to go check it out. We left a deposit, we signed a contract, like everything was cool, we chilled with them. Everything was litty. Trying to make it dope as fuck for you guys, trying to make it just like, I'm over here fucking snagging all these products for your goodie bags, trying to like have dope shit. I was super excited because we were gonna have a photo booth. I've never had a photo booth at my event, and I love like when events have photo booths and you take your pictures home and like you have like a memory. I love that shit. I'm such a sucker. So I was so hyped that we were finally gonna have a photo booth. We had a taco man, we had micheladas, we had like, you know, medicated drinks, we had pumpkin. I had a pumpkin with my face carved in it that people were taking dabs from, okay? This was about to be the coolest fucking party, and I was hyped. It was Halloween, everybody was dressing up. We're gonna have contests, raffles, giveaways. Like, I have so much shit planned for this party. Not saying that the party was a total shit show and like nobody showed up and everybody had a horrible time. I know that everybody that was there, they had a great time, and honestly, your guys' message the next day is what literally got me through it. But I'm not even gonna go there yet. I'm just gonna go in order to let you guys know what happens, because then I lose my train of thought. So from that point, from when I met with them, I'll pull up the, let's see exactly when I like locked it in. So he texted me on October 2nd, literally that afternoon, like a few hours after I saw him, with the quote. He said, "Thanks so much for coming out. We can lock you in for Thursday, October 24th for $1,500. Includes VIP lounge on the 6th floor as early and as late as you would like. Rooftop access from 6 to 10. If this works, let me know and we'll lock you in. Once again, thank you." I reply like immediately. I send it to my team and then we confirm, and then I reply. And then so it was 9:30 the next day, and I texted him and I was like, "Hey Chris, good morning. I spoke to my team, we loved it, locked it in. I said, would I be able to stop by Sunday again and leave a deposit?" And then he's like, "Yeah, we'll be here from 11. Cool." That's when we went in, we left a deposit. So we left half, we left $700 for a deposit for the venue. I was super stoked. After that, we went on, we planned, didn't have that much contact with them per se about the venue because everything was locked. Like, I didn't really have to like triple check with you, right? I did go a week before the event. I texted Chris because he was gonna be a sponsor for the goodie bag. So I texted him if I could actually stop by, check out the venue one more time and pick up the product. So I did that. I stopped by like a week before and I went up, looked at the venue again, took video, and I just wanted more like to see where I was gonna put everything, where all the vendors were gonna go, where the food was gonna go, where the photo booth was gonna go. So I wanted like a better like image. So we went back, we did that, got the product, cool, everything was fine. See you Thursday. I asked him like what time, because I had booked it from like 4 to 10, I guess, because I wanted 2 hours to set up for the party. So they told me, honestly, you could come whenever you want. You could do whatever you want. Like, this is your party. We're just here for you. I'm like, cool. They were like, honestly, the easiest people to work with.
To that point.
Everything was gravy. I ended up actually booking a Airbnb out in LA to just be a lot closer to the venue. So I booked that the day before. We got here, everything was cool. I texted Chris, I think the day before, just to verify the address, because we didn't release address to the attendees until the night before. I texted him, I'm like, "Hey, is this the address?" He texted back, "Yep, correct, cool." Oh, also, in between that, I had asked about security for the event. They told me I could get my own or they could have their security, and I just thought it would be easier if they provided their security. So they gave me a quote for that. They said $300 for 3 securities from 5 to 12 a.m. So, cool. Lock that in too, right? It was at 3:30 when I texted him that I was outside, because they have to come down and like get you, because it's like in a weird building, you have to be buzzed in. As soon as we came up, because I told them I had to go drop some stuff off, like we had 2 cars full of shit, like for like the party, like decorations, bags, like just a whole bunch of stuff, right? So we were like, all right, let's go to the spot on Main, drop this stuff off, just check the spot out one more time, and then come home, smoke a bowl, get our things, and then go back and like set everything up at 4. Because at 4 is when we had told like our team, like, hey, we're gonna start setting up. Vendors were gonna start coming at 5. Like, you know, we had everything planned. And I was so excited, you guys. I was like, I'm gonna do so much like behind the scenes, and I wanna be showing you guys like along the way, like when the taco man starts setting up and when all the vendors start coming. Like, I wanted to be super active on Instagram and show you guys the event. Because I feel like every time I go to events, I'm always stalking the shit out of like people that are there. I'm like stalking their stories. I'm like, what's everybody wearing? How's it look? Like, who's there? Like, what's going on? Like, I just want to know to be prepared, and then like my anxieties come down. So I wanted to do that for you guys and be like, okay, like just got here. Here's the rooftop. Oh my God, like setting up. We're doing this. We're doing that. I have a whole like stories planned for you guys. Like, and I was so excited because we went early, and I was like, cool, like everything's like going good. We're finishing early. Like, yes, so excited. No. So we get there at the spot on Main. We drop everything off, and Johnny, which is the owner of the spot on Main, he comes up to us and he gives us the keys, because to get around the building, you need to be like buzzing in with those like fobs. So he gives us the fob and he's like, hey, here, take the keys so you don't have to like be calling us, or we don't have to go get you. Like, you can just come in and out whenever you want. And I'm like, oh, cool, thanks. And we were like, hey, we wanted to go check the spot out one more time just to see where we're gonna like put everything. Can we go? He's like, yeah, go for it. Like, do whatever you want. Like, you're good. All right, cool. So we go. This is like around like 3:30, 3:40. We go upstairs to the rooftop, and we're kind of just like planning. We're like, all right, right here, we're gonna have the photo booth. I'm like, this is perfect. It's gonna have the view. And then we start like, so the taco man's gonna be up there, and we were like, okay, we could move the table like this, and like, you know, he'll have like his section. We could put the dad girls here with this table. So we were picturing how we could move the tables. I think we had like 15 minutes into our real like setup time to start, or like 10 minutes. So I was like, you know what? I was like, let's just move the tables because we're already here. We'll just like literally like, you know, why are we gonna come, like, why are we saying we're gonna move it like this if literally in like 5-10 minutes we're gonna have to move it? I was like, let's just move it. Like, literally, like, there's nobody up here. Like, I should be fine, right? We started moving the tables. We're like trying to fix everything. And then I see a security and like a guy and like dressed up. The guitar, he works there. They come up to us and then they're like, hey, like, you can't be moving stuff around. You need to put everything back how it was. Yeah, like, you can't be doing that. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, sorry. I was like, I actually have the spot rented. I was like, I'm about to start setting up in like 5 minutes. I have it rented from 6 to 10. And he was like, no. He was like, management doesn't have anything like on our side. He was like, I don't know
who you booked with. He was like, but there's no party happening here today.
And he was kind of like, he wasn't a dick, but he was kind of like, he wasn't like the nicest. And then I was just like, okay. And I was like, well, I was like, all right, well, I was like, let me figure this out then. And then so they leave, they're like, put everything back. And at this point, I didn't see when I came in, Chris, the guy that I was talking to, I didn't know if he was in the back or something because somebody else went to go down and get us. I think it was his son. So I call his son, little Chris, because I have his number. And I'm like, hey, I was like, I'm up here on the rooftop and I was moving some stuff around, and the, like, security and management just came up to me and told me that there's no party and I'm not allowed to have a party here today. Like, there's nothing in their system on their end. And he kind of didn't know what to say. He didn't really tell me much, and I was just like, whoa. I was like, what do I do? Like, I was like, should I go back down to like the spot on Main? Because it's like kind of in the same building, it's just on different floors. I was like, should I go back down there? Like what's going on? Like, right? And he's like, yeah, go back down there, right? Upstairs with me is my boyfriend and my assistant. So we're all kind of looking at each other like,
the fuck?
And we instantly know, like, this is not good. Like, what the fuck do you mean I don't have this reserved? I booked this a month ago, sir. So we go back down to the lounge and we sit down. And as I'm walking in, I see Johnny, right? The owner of the spot on Main, the guy that I left my deposit with, signed my contract because he signed it, I signed it, you know, renting his spot out. My dude is sweeping. Like, I sit down, I come in, and he's sweeping, right? This is a dude that's supposed to be explaining to me what happened and what's going on. And he's sweeping up. And I was like, okay. And my assistant actually went to go grab him, and she was like, hey, can we talk to you really quick? And he came up to us, and he was just like, he sat down, and he was just like, what's up, guys? And I was just so confused. I was like,
What do you mean, what's up?
and I explained to him, I was like, yo, we're on the rooftop. Manager came, said no party's happening. What's going on? Because I have a party going on in a little bit, so. And he honestly, they all, every time I talked to any of them, they just like sounded like they had no idea what the fuck was happening and what they were saying. He was just like, oh yeah, was it that dude? He's like, that dude fucking sucks, like da 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 da. I'm calling, and he was calling someone. And he's like, yeah, he lives right here, he's coming right now, I'm calling him so he could go talk to him. And I didn't know what was going on. All I know is that somebody was being called to go talk to the manager. I don't know. So time goes by, I think like 30 minutes go by, and nobody's here. And I go up to him, I keep going up to him, and every time I go up to him, I literally feel like he's just brushing me off. Like he doesn't give a shit. Like he's not trying to come up for a solution. He doesn't like realize that people are coming, vendors are coming, and I have to throw a party at a rooftop that I booked, but they're telling me I can't have a party there. Like, so I'm like, at this point I'm like, hey, in 30 minutes, like people are just gonna start coming, like vendors are gonna start, like, you know, what do we do? Like what? Yeah, let him come up, like it's cool. Where are they gonna set up, bro? Like, it was literally the whole time. And then so from 4 till 6:30, they literally had me on a roller coaster. Every 15 minutes, they would be like, oh, you're good to go on the rooftop, you're good. We talked to them, we settled everything. I would try to go to the rooftop and the security would be like, no, you're not going up, I'm calling the cops, there's no party. Like, not like that, he was being a fucking asshole. Fuck that security.
Fuck that security guard.
So this building kind of has 2 entrances. Though there's one entrance that is the entrance for the spot on Main, and it kind of just takes you up to the elevator and you're closer to there. And then there's another entrance on like the side of the building that takes you straight up to the rooftop where the party was gonna happen. So all the attendees and the vendors had the address for the rooftop. So everybody was going on that side, but nobody could go up to the rooftop because downstairs was that dick-ass security guard just yelling at everybody and saying no. I had like people DMing me like, hey, I'm here, they're telling me there's an issue. It was honestly like so fucking crazy. I think this was around like 5:30 now. They had told us one last time that we were good for the rooftop. So real quick, what ended up happening is the spot on Main fucked me over, right? And what happened was they never told the actual building that I was having a party. Never told them, hey, we need to book this spot, the rooftop, for the 24th from 6 to 10. Here's the deposit. They never did that. They kept the deposit, said management leaves around 6. We're just gonna not say anything, have the party there, management's never gonna know, right?
Wrong.
Because they never told me anything, never said one word. We went upstairs, moved shit around while management was still here. Management saw us and said no, and I was like, yeah, I'm having a party, and he was like, what party? So what ended up happening is basically I like burned myself out. But like I didn't even know I burned myself out until after, and I was like, oh, so that's what happened. And so of course I feel like the management guy, the manager, he's just gonna be like, no party is happening, and I'm gonna make sure that's no party is happening. So they were trying to essentially buy out the security guy and pay him to let us have the party. So that's why it would go back and forth, because I think the security would be cool for a little bit, and then he would have second thoughts and he'd be like, nope, I'm not gonna have it. And he just kept saying like there's cameras everywhere, which made me think that management told him specifically,
make sure this party doesn't happen because it's not allowed to happen because they don't have permission to do it because there was nothing ever booked
on their behalf. I signed everything, I gave you my money, but there was nothing ever done. So of course, like, they're gonna prevent that shit. Like, why the fuck not? So the whole time, that's what the security guard did. He was telling people, there's no party here, cops are being called. He kept threatening that cops were being called, right? So anyways, this is around like 5:30, 5:40. They tell us one more time, like, oh yeah, you're good. And then I go up to the entrance of the elevator and I see about like, maybe like 10 of you guys already waiting outside. And I'm so shook. I'm in sweats and like a tank top, so sweaty, been running back and forth, up and down, all over the place. You guys are right there. And I hug all you guys and I'm like, oh my God, like we're still setting up, like we're gonna like get everything going. You guys were so dope. But that was like almost my cracking point, like right there at that moment. Not when I like hugged you guys. I was so hyped for seeing you guys, and then I walked in the door and then my boyfriend tells me they're not letting us up. And I like, seriously, I go up to the security guy and I'm like, seriously, and I was like, can you just let me have my event? Like there's people here, like, and he's just like, no, like this is not gonna happen. Like being a dick and like raising his voice. My vendors were annoyed because I think they were getting yelled at. My audience was getting yelled at by the security guard. Like, it was not cool at all. And I was just sitting on the stairs. And I remember I was texting my boyfriend and he was on the other side and he was just like, it's not looking good. Like, nothing's happening. They're all just, at that point, they were all just getting mad at each other. Like, I literally just felt the whole time people were just walking around pissed but weren't doing shit. Like, I would see them and he would just be walking around, but I'm like, where are you going? Who are you talking to? Like, you ain't doing shit, bro. It is like 5:40-ish, 5:50, and I'm just looking at the clock and I see you guys out there and I'm literally sitting on those steps trying so hard not to cry. Like, I wanted to cry so bad because I just felt like it sucked so bad because like I had zero control over it. Like I couldn't do one thing to change it. You know what I mean? Like I had zero power and I literally just had to wait there. Like sit there and wait. And I was like, people are supposed to be going in at 6. Doors open at 6. It is about to be 6 in like 10 minutes. What the fuck am I gonna do? Like literally, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I am fucked. I have all these people, all these like vendors and companies, and all this like stuff that is supposed to happen for my party. It's supposed to start in like 10 minutes, and I don't have a place to have my party at. Let me remind you guys, I didn't smoke throughout the whole time, so I was like even more stressed out, okay? There was no time to smoke, no time. At that point, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I need to figure something out. I can't just sit here and have a fucking party on the street. Like, I can't just have everybody show up and be like, sorry, there's no party, you gotta go home. Like, how fucked up would that be? I was like, all right, change of plans. The whole party's being moved to the spot on me, into that little lounge that I didn't want to do, that I didn't want to resort to that. But I have no choice. So now the whole party's gonna go there. So, rallied everybody up. I went outside. I honestly was so embarrassed, you guys. I was so embarrassed to like just show my face because y'all are supposed to be partying it up like literally in 5 minutes. And you don't, I feel like you guys were just confused as fuck at what was going on. So, I just went outside. I grabbed you guys, I was like, yo, change of plans. We're moving around the corner. Just same, like it's the same venue. It's literally just like, bloop, around the corner. So I literally just like led the way, everybody followed me. We went around the corner. All the vendors went up and I told my fam, I was like, yo, someone will come right down and like check you guys in. And I go upstairs and it feels like literally I was a chicken with the head cut off. Like that's what I felt like I was a chicken just running and I didn't know what to do. Like people were like, where do I set up? And I was like, honestly, I didn't plan for this. My plan, I had everything down ready to the T, but we're just gonna have to roll with it. I was like, have a seat wherever you want, set up like your boots wherever they fit, because there wasn't a lot of space, but honestly, it ended up working out, and like I'm thankful that it did. It was now 6 though, and you know, you guys were supposed to be getting let up, so I went down and I actually passed out some of these king palms for you guys, all of you guys that were down there, and I thank you guys so much, and honestly, you guys were the fucking shit. Shit. You know, I feel like a lot of people, or maybe even me, if I were in that position, I would be kind of a little annoyed, like, yo, bitch, this shit was supposed to start. You got me walking around up and down, like, all this drama. Like, what the fuck? I'm just trying to go in and chill. But not one person gave me the vibe or look or anything of them being annoyed. And I, like, literally from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for just being so awesome and riding with me. And I hope that you guys did enjoy yourself because, I mean, you guys were there. I know you guys went in and partied up. So we ended up having the whole party at the spot on Main. We ended up delaying the time people went in till 6:30 because we needed that extra 30 minutes to set up and just really get shit going. It sounds like the bad part is over, right? No. So since everything was so hectic, I actually ended up being the person checking everybody in at the door, which was kind of cool, and I did not mind at all because I was able to like hug you guys and squeeze you and say hi when you guys were walking in. I gave you guys your goodie bags because that's something that I regret of the whole night. Well, is it even called regret because I didn't have a chance to, but I feel like this time around I didn't really have a chance to like really hang out with you guys and smoke with you guys and give you guys dabs and take pictures. I did with some of you guys and like I loved it, but I just feel like usually like I try to get literally to everybody. But alright, 6:30 came about, everybody started coming in, whether we liked it or not, because we were actually getting complaints from the actual building that a line started building up and they didn't like that shit. So people were coming up and we were still setting up and I was just like, holy fucking shit, like I am not ready and people are coming in. Around this time when people are coming up, you guys actually let me know that the cops were coming and the security is telling you guys that the cops are coming and the party's gonna be shut down. So people would come up to me and be like, oh my god, hey, what's up? Are the cops coming? And I was like, what? I guess, maybe, like, come in and blaze up before they do. So the security guard at this point, he was just trying to shut this shit down. And every time I looked out of the door, there was somebody there, whether it be the security guard, whether it be somebody else from the building. There was multiple people from the building threatening to shut the party down. Just because there was just complaints, like nobody knew about it. And mind you, none of this was supposed to happen because it was supposed to happen at the rooftop, not in here. The taco guy was telling me that the people next door were banging on the wall, so I know they were pissed. After that, it kind of like, everybody started to come in, everybody was checked in, and I was like, yo, some bullshit hasn't happened in like the last 30 minutes. It might be over, like this might be it. All the bullshit just like ended. I may be able to enjoy myself, right? That's what I said. I was wrong. Let me rewind a little bit, just an important note. When we ended up not doing the rooftop at all because we weren't allowed to do the rooftop, Chris from LA Gourmet actually came up to me and he said, hey, on behalf of Johnny, I don't know why he had to come up and tell me. I guess because he was my source of communication, but like I've spoke to Johnny before. He said, we're sorry, here's $250 back and don't worry about the rest for the venue, right? So they refunded me $250 back for my deposit, for my $750 that I gave them, and they said, don't worry about the rest. I was like, okay, fair enough, right? Didn't get the rooftop, everything was fucked. You guys basically fucked me over. Makes sense, right? Cool. Party was going on, everybody came in, shit was lit. I thought, you know what, maybe I could finally enjoy myself. I took one dab out of my pumpkin face and I was like, yeah, like finally I'm gonna start smoking. Like I finally could enjoy myself, like let's have a good time, you know what I mean? I started mingling with people. 10 minutes after or less, I take my dab. I hear someone say,
The cops are here.
and I look at the door and the cops are there. Great, right? So the cops are there, I hear them talking as I make my way up to the front, like towards where the cops are at. I see the cop, I hear the cop say, party's over, shut it down. And then I hear him, like I see him come in, stand to like in front of everybody and just like yell.
Party's over, everybody get out.
Everybody's just kind of like, what the fuck? Everyone's staring at each other like, what the fuck is going on? It is 8:30 when this happens, okay? Party started at 6:30, so everyone's just looking at each other, looking at me, and they're just like, what do we do? And then I just see these two guys like start working out first, and then everybody follows. And literally, the like emotions that I felt, I can't even explain. Like just watching the cops there, shutting my party down. And I just felt like it was literally the icing on the cake of the shit show to top it all off. It is 8:30. It's supposed to go on till like 10, or actually till like whenever they told me. Half of the people aren't even there yet. Like, it sucked. It sucks like saying bye to all of you guys and seeing you guys just leave with like a look of confusion and just like disappointment and probably sadness of like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, I came to this shit. Like, I would be so pissed. I'm the bitch that hates leaving your house, and I know there's probably people like you out there. So if you left your house and you came to my fucking party, I would be pissed if that happened. Especially like if you were enjoying yourself, you know? Like, I barely even took like one picture in the photo booth. And I'm so glad that I had time to take at least one. I would have been sad if I didn't take any. But yeah, the cops came and everybody made their way out. I didn't know what to do. We went crazy. We were just trying to pick up our shit and trying to go. I had my pieces from La La Land that they lent me. Like, I wasn't gonna leave them there. Had to pack everything up. My dad girls were like, do we go? Like, what do we do? After everybody got cleared out, the cops weren't making us like really like hurry up and leave type shit. They were letting us take our time to pack everything and take everything out. It still sucked. On my way down there, literally on my way out of the front door, I pushed the elevator and the elevator came up and it was 3 of you sexy as babes came up, ready to party, and I was like, girl, I am so sorry, there is no party, like the cops just came. And I was just embarrassed, I was sad, I felt like shit, honestly. I also had a donut man, a donut truck, the dream donut truck coming through, hooking you guys up with donuts, and he showed up literally as I walked outside, and I felt extremely bad. He spent 4 hours cooking up fucking bomb donuts for everybody, and there was nobody to give them to. So my Halloween party ended up taking a huge ass toll and a huge ass just like 180 of what it really was supposed to be like. And honestly, it all just became a ripple, like a domino effect after not getting the rooftop. Like, I know if we had the rooftop, everything would have been cool. Nothing would have been fucked. The rooftop fucking me over, or like the people fucking me over for the rooftop, literally was like a domino effect, and then it just caused like everything to go bad. And it sucks because like I feel like relationships kind of like the donut man. Like, yo, he spent 4 hours making donuts. He came out to supply everybody with donuts, and nobody was there. I literally like had to bring all the donuts home. He was like, honestly, I can't use them. He's like, it's not like I'm gonna go anywhere right now. He's like, they're not good for tomorrow. He's like, honestly, he's like, just take them or give them away because I can't do anything with them. But it's like, stuff like that, I know if like next time I have an event and like I want him to come through, he's gonna be like, bitch, nah, like, I spent 4 hours making donuts and nobody fucking ate those donuts, you know? That's honestly the moral of this fucking story and this story time. Be very fucking careful who you guys do business with. If you are in the industry and you're watching this and you want to throw an event, be very, very careful who you do business with. Whether it be people that you think you know, whether it be people that you're just trying to rent a venue from, be very, very careful. Okay. Alright, so back to the spot I made. Next day, coming home, wake up. You would kind of think, because it was such a fucking stressful shit show, like fucking roller coaster of a night, I would get some type of like text from either the spot on Main or Chris, the guy that I was like, he was my communication. You would think I get a text from either of them saying, hey, sorry about last night, like anything, just apologize for the fucking, like you fucking me over. So right before I left the day of my party, I went up to Chris and I was like, hey Chris, I'm gonna need the like rest of my deposit back. That was like literally moments after the cops stepped out and like kicked everybody out, right? So I'm like, hey, I need the rest of my deposit because this shit ended at 8:30. It was supposed to end at 10. Basically, it was just all a fucktard, you know? So like, of course, the least y'all could do is give me my money back for this fucking shit show of event, you know? And he agreed. He was like, yeah, I know, like kind of disappointed because they know they fucked up. And he was like, how much is it? Let him know it was 500. And he was like, okay, I'll let them know. Next morning, I don't hear from them. I don't have a text, nothing from them. I'm kind of like, I tell my boyfriend, I'm like, do I text them? Do I not? He's like, just wait a little bit, like give them some time. So I actually wait, I think, until I'm on my way home. I'm almost home. It's probably like 4. I text Chris and I'm like, hey Chris, I was like, here's my Venmo, please send me the rest of the, like, you know, my deposit. Not being a bitch, nothing. And then he replies with, like right away, like literally within a minute, he replies with, you're gonna have to talk to the spot on Main with that. I told them last night before I left, sorry again. And so I'm just like, I got kind of annoyed because I was like, all right, first of all, dude, you were my source of communication. Like I've literally done everything through you, and now when shit gets bad, you want to dip out? All right, cool, whatever. I'll handle my shit. So I texted him immediately back, what's Johnny's number? Never get a text back. Okay. Kind of fucked up too, because it's like, you guys put me in this situation, the least you could do is literally help me get my money back, okay? So that was that day, like the next day after the event, the Friday. I don't hear back from Chris. I don't hear from Johnny. I don't hear from anybody. So I think I sent a request through Venmo because you could like request money. So I sent a request to Johnny because I sent Johnny the Venmo, like it was Johnny's Venmo, the owner of the spot I made. I sent him my Venmo, so then I sent him a request for like the money back. Never got anything. And I'm like, the fuck, bro? Just kind of annoying. It's not even about the money at this point, but it's like, why are you guys making me, like, giving me this whole runaround to give me my money back? Like, you guys fucked up. Give me my money back. So then I think the next day I messaged the spot on me Instagram and I'm like, hi, can someone please have Johnny contact me? And I put my phone number. I'm like, it's about my refund about my event the other day. And then they let me know that he wasn't in, and they would let him know when he would come back in. I'm like, alright, cool. Maybe like 30 minutes later, I get a call from somebody, and like I don't answer calls because if I don't know the number, so they leave a voicemail. And it's a voicemail from Johnny talking to me now, super professional. And I just want to know where this professionalism was when shit was going down and I needed you to be professional. And even man up and tell me, yo, we fucked up. There's no rooftop. Think of a plan A. Like that was the most irritating thing, is that they just kept me like waiting and waiting and waiting and telling me it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. It's like, yo, be a fucking man and tell me shit fucked up. Tell me, be straight up because I need to figure it out. They gave me literally 10 minutes to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do because I just made the decision to stop trying with the rooftop. So Johnny calls me and he's like,
hello, I'm calling back in regards about the Instagram DM that you left. Please give me a call back.
act like super professional, doesn't even mention my name. Like, bro, like you really don't know who you're talking to? Alright, whatever. And at this point, I'm laughing. I'm annoyed as fuck. I'm like, seriously, you guys are playing games now. Like, this is a game to you? Like, and to me, I'm just like, this is really fucked up. Because you don't, it's not even about the money. It's not even about that. It's about all the shit that your fuck up created, and now it's on me. It's like, all this fuck up, I feel like it just falls on me. Because it was my party and it's my face. Like, no one gives a shit about their venue. No one's gonna blame him for fucking up. Like, if it became a shit show, it's my fault and it falls on me and my image and my brand. You know what I mean? And that's the most fucked up thing that I feel like they didn't even think about or even care about. And I'm like, that's really fucked up. So I reply to their Instagram, because they messaged me after he leaves a voicemail. They're like, hello, Johnny messaged you. He left a voicemail, please call him back, or some shit like that. And I send him a message on Instagram and I'm like, LOL. Send me the rest of my deposit. I'll be expecting it soon since he's in the office, right? I'm hella annoyed at this point. I'm like, seriously, you guys are really gonna do me like that? Like, you guys already fucked me over like the day of my event. Now you're trying to fuck me over for $500? Like, really? You guys are gonna do this? All right, I'm pissed. So then I get a reply and they're like, oh, we actually have an invoice for you. We are getting it together. We have a balance from your party. And I'll post a screenshot of what they told me, but the fuck? A balance from my party? They want to charge me for a broken door. I'm not denying the broken door. The door was broken, and let me tell you actually how the door was broken. So their doors are kind of like the dispensary doors where you need to be buzzed in and out. People are in there. It is boxy. People are trying to leave. So in order to be buzzed in or out, the person at like the desk had to be buzzing you in and out. The owners were partying up in the party, and they hired a girl to, I guess, buzz people in, or I don't know what her actual purpose was, but I'm assuming, you know, you would hire her to be buzzing people in and out that want to leave the party, okay? There's no sign on the door. You would also think they would put a sign on the door and said, like, please wait to be buzzed in and out because it doesn't open otherwise, and I'm pretty sure they've had people trying to cool on it, you know? It's just kind of common sense, especially if there's an event being thrown there, whatever. So it turns out somebody's trying to leave, doesn't know they need to be buzzed out, pulls the door way too hard, and it didn't break the actual door. It broke like the corner of it where I think it's the actual like attachment for the thing that uses to be buzzed in and out. I don't know. But I guess that kind of came off the wall. Obviously, their girl that was supposed to be buzzing them in wasn't paying attention. Or I don't know what the fuck she was doing, but didn't buzz them out. There was multiple times I literally had to wave her down. I'm like, hey, can you like open the door? Can you open the door? We had to like go call her. So I'm like, that's your responsibility to have someone to be buzzing people in or out. Or at least have the sign so people could wait and know. People don't fucking know. Like, you're just gonna open the door and probably think it's just a little jam and you just pull it. So that's what he did. He pulled it and it broke. Trying to charge me like $1,500 for that door. Cool, whatever. I'm not gonna pay for that because that door would have never even have been broken because my party was supposed to be on the rooftop. So nobody essentially was supposed to really be down there. So therefore, no door would have ever been broken. See what I mean? It's kind of like their fuck up and now they're trying to make me clean up their fuck up. They also try to charge me $150 for security. That was literally the most like, I wish I could react like how you do on text messages and so I could just be like, haha, to that one. Because I was like, who the fuck was my security? The guy that was literally kicking people out of my party? The guy that called the cops and had everybody fucking kicked out of my party? That guy? Is that who you're trying to charge me $150 for? Because I saw nobody else, okay? And they were also, oh, like you didn't pay your invoice 24 hours prior to the event. So like now they want to go based off the contract. My fucking ass, suck my dick. No. Like I'll post this screenshot. After that, I like literally didn't even reply and I'm like, you guys are fucking clowns. Like keep my $500. You obviously fucking need it. But you're just a piece of shit fucking company, business, whatever the heck it is. Like, I just don't want to deal with them. But I'm just like, that's kind of just really fucked up people. You fuck someone over and then they're trying to fuck me over again. Like, I didn't do shit. You guys literally caused everything. I'm just kind of like dumbfounded and I'm just like, wow. But they're blocked now. I have no contact. And honestly, guys, the main point of this story is be very, very careful who you do business with. Like, literally, that is it. And I was like, wow, it sucks how I thought somebody was super cool, and just because you see them on Instagram and, like, you think they're cool as fuck, they're not cool as fuck, because when it comes down to business, everybody kind of just cares for themselves. Nobody gave a shit at the end of the day. Nobody was trying to make shit happen for the rooftop because it wasn't their party. They didn't give a shit. Nothing was falling on them. Everything, they were just kind of like, I'm gonna go sweep the floor. Like, it sucks. And the thing that sucks more, it was just like, I feel like so much hard work went into it from everybody, from like my whole team, from me, from planning, from companies, like from you guys coming out, like you guys putting effort in your costumes, getting ready, getting dressed, coming. I had people come out from Vegas, from San Diego. Yo, I had this couple from Vegas. They came down, got an Airbnb, and they posted a YouTube video. And I'll link it down below. I'll put a little clip. You could tell they were disappointed. They like, the trip got cut short. I mean, you come for a party for like what, like 2 hours and that's it? Like, it just sucks. It really sucks. But it sucks too, like honestly the biggest thing is just like I didn't get like content. I didn't get pictures. I didn't really spend time with you guys. Like that was like the main goal. That's what I was really pumped for and excited, and I was like trying to have everybody come, and I just wanted to have this awesome time with you guys and just chill and kick it. And like literally I smoked half a bowl, and I smoked it with nobody because nobody was there at the table. It was like half a bowl somebody had. I was like, whose is this? I'm gonna take it because I literally had a second. I got pretty high off that bong rib because I was sober for like 5 hours. And then I took the dab off my pumpkin head, which I'm happy that I took because I would have been really sad. I felt extremely bad for everybody that showed up. I was like, sorry isn't even a word, bro. Like, and I feel like people are gonna think that like if they hear like, oh, cops came and they shut it down, they probably thought like it got shut down because, oh, it was a weed event, but it wasn't even like that. It wasn't because it was a weed event. It was because the whole thing was just fucked, and the venue was pissed, and they didn't want us there because we weren't supposed to be there because they didn't let them know ahead of time. I mean, anyway. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time video, and like I just felt like I had to come out with it and explain to you guys what happened because a lot of you guys didn't know what happened. Even my own friends. I saw Menti and Ashley the other day and I was like, yo, like this is what happened, and they're like, what? And it was cool that people told me like, you know, they didn't know that it was a shit show. Like people that were there truly, genuinely had fun, and I know they had a good time, but it just could have been a lot better. Yeah. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this story time video. Again, moral of the story, just be careful who you do business with, and I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to everybody that came out. Your guys' support means the world to me. Those text messages and reading your guys' DMs and seeing your stories of the goodie bags and just seeing how you guys were having fun meant the world to me, and literally like that made me not like go ape shit crazy and depressed and just be super sad and lose my shit. So truly guys, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you, and I hope that this doesn't discourage you to come ever out to one of my events. These are all just experiences and like learning obstacles that I'm gonna go through, and trust me, I'm glad I'm going to them now because they are never gonna happen again in the future. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I have a feeling we have been sitting here chit-chatting for a very long time, so it's gonna be a long one. So if you're still watching this, you're a real motherfucking QueenCyn fam, and I love you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys like this sit down chit chat with me story time. I'm sure I have lots of stories to tell you, so let me know if you want to see more. I'm gonna go ahead and take this bong rip to end the video like we always do. But again, thank you so much for watching, you guys. And make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe button. Make sure you're following and comment, do all those like good YouTube stuff. Alright? Cheers, guys.